From Chicago streets to the courts beat, Sal Scott Dan on the podcast seat. Bulls breaking news, talking stats and views. Every player, every play, we never lose. Horns over hoops, we're the Bulls troop. From game analysis to fan scoop.
What is good, Horniak Nation and Bulls fans worldwide? And welcome back to another exciting edition of the Horns Over Hoops podcast, featuring your hosts, Sal Bass, Scott Berman, and Dan Gracie. Gentlemen, how's everyone doing today on this now really freaking cold Chicago day? It's terrible today. It's cold as hell.
Yeah, it sucks. And that's all I gotta say. It sucks. I hate it.
The funny thing is, like, the thing about people from Chicago is we know it comes every year. Like, we know at one point it goes from like 60 down to 20, but yet every year we're just not prepared and it catches us with our pants down, for lack of better words, but it still sucks. And then, like, my favorite, people then automatically forget how to drive. They see one snowflake and everyone just out the window. Nope.
I hate that more than I hate winter, is when, like, people that forget how to drive in the winter. Like, this happens every year.
Yeah.
Like you said, like, this is just a recurring thing that we have to do. Like, how did you forget?
Yes.
Summer's
like
shorter than winter here.
Yeah. Sometimes you get them in the same week.
That is true.
That being said, Chicago does have the best weather just because you have all of it. Like, I couldn't live somewhere where it's just always
sometimes
hot,
in one day.
Yeah, sometimes in one day. But in any sense, gentlemen, we're not here to talk about the weather in Chicago. We're here to talk about the basketball team in Chicago. So we're going to start today's episode again like we start every single episode of the show, and that's with a little Tuesday trivia. And gentlemen, today's Tuesday trivia was inspired by Twitter feed again, because I'm a big scroller on Twitter, even though I shouldn't be. And I seen that a lot of people on the Twitter sphere are associating turnovers and poor ball handling with the Chicago Bulls' recent, we'll call it hiccup. So our Tuesday trivia question for today, gentlemen, is, can you tell me how many turnovers have been the most turnovers that the Bulls have had in a single game? If you can give me the date, more power to you.
I have no idea.
So basically, what is the Chicago Bulls record for most turnovers committed in a game?
Was it last year?
Was it last year? It was not. Ironically enough, it was not last year.
Okay, because there were some games that they had like 40 turnovers or something crazy like that. Coby White was turning the ball over like 9 times a game at one point.
Yeah, my guess is going to be like 43.
Is
that higher?
You are close. It's not that high, but you are close.
37.
Ooh, you don't know how close you are.
38.
38, right on. So, gentlemen, well, we weren't even born yet. We weren't even thought of yet.
1960. When were we founded? Were we founded in the 66? What?
We were founded in 66, but we were actually
1972.
You weren't that far off. So, gentlemen, on October 27th, 1978, against the Phoenix Suns, the Chicago Bulls registered 38 turnovers in a single game.
It's that Steve Nash defense.
I don't even know if he was born back then.
He was around.
So really, when you start seeing like games where it's like, oh, we had 20 turnovers, 22 turnovers, put that next to that 38, and it doesn't look so bad. That doesn't mean it's acceptable, but it doesn't look that bad. Look on the brighter side of suffering. All right, gentlemen. Since our last pod, the Bulls have won a few more games, and they've actually lost their first game and have actually gotten their first losing streak of the season, all in about a week stretch of time. So the Bulls currently are sitting at 6-3. That's good enough for 5th in the Eastern Conference. They're currently sitting one game behind for the number 1 seed, which is the Detroit Pistons, at 7-2. We're sitting at a 6-3 behind the Bucks and the Cavaliers and the 76ers. So I guess I'll say right before we get started, are you guys shocked that we're sitting this high, or any surprises, or what are you guys' thoughts on how the Bulls are sitting record wise?
I mean, we're what, 4th or 5th in the East, right?
5th.
I mean, we projected them to be 6, and I'm more surprised about the hot start that we got on than anything. With these last couple losses, I'm not upset about them at all. I mean, we're hanging in there. So yeah, I'm not insanely surprised. If we're still if we're still number 1 in the East, then yeah, I would be surprised still.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I agree. Scotty B, you shocked to see how well or how bad the Bulls have been doing? One of your two.
Well, I'm pretty sure at the end of last episode, I said they're going 82-0, so a little disappointed that didn't happen. But yeah, really, I'm more surprised that, like, we saw how they were last year. At the end of the year, when like the last 25 games, I think they went like 15 or 20-5 or something like that. But I'm more surprised that they're not getting blown out like they were last year. They're coming back in. All these games have been against top contending teams in the East, even if the East is weak this year. It's not like teams are that bad. Like, I think people are just expecting the West to just run over everybody, but I think they're going to be surprised by the East in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I'm more surprised about how much the team is actually playing together and everybody is scoring compared to like the record.
Yeah. I mean, we said it last season, and we said it on the show multiple times. The Bulls finished the last 30 games, what was it, 17-13? So this team had already established a winning record from the back half of the season. And like I said earlier, this team is pretty much the same as that same 30, the exception of Isaac Okoro, which I will say, it's good to see Isaac Okoro finally finding his groove in this rotation.
Yes.
Not necessarily just being a absolute brick wall on defense, but now he's starting to find his offensive stroke too. So big kudos to Ice. I'm really happy to see that. But am I shocked to see the Bulls this high up this early in the season? Not really. I mean, we've earned it. We've put forth the necessary means to accumulate a good record by playing every game to the final whistle, with a few exceptions there. I wish that Milwaukee game would have turned out a little better, and disappointing loss to the Cavs yesterday. But like you guys said, these were all teams that last year were already better than us. I mean, we had no business, winning these games this year. Not that it's an excuse, but we're winning the games that we're supposed to lose, and we're losing the games that we were supposed to lose. So it's always a positive note. And gentlemen, we're going to go right into the main idea of this podcast, because I kind of alluded to it by asking that question. And the main idea of this podcast is, are the Bulls still the best team in the East? I mean, that's skewed. Obviously, are we going to be the number 1 overall team? Probably not. But are we still a force to be reckoned with in the East? Dan Gracie.
Yes.
Short and sweet. That's all, folks. Have a good night.
Yeah, there you go. I'll see you later. No, I don't think we're obviously, like you said, I don't think we're a contending team, but I don't have a doubt in my mind that we are a playoff team and not a play-in team, like a legit playoff team at this point. From what I've seen from this team so far this season, we don't have any stars, like established NBA stars. Like, yeah, we have like Vučević and like Giddey, but we don't have any like true all-star players. At least not, like LeBron's or your Giannis or your,
right.
And we've shown every single night that we play is that like the team plays for each other and we rely on each other. So I think that's what separates us from other teams in the NBA, at least competing teams in the NBA. Yeah, we are a competitive team. We're a playoff team. I think we'll probably, like we said, last season or earlier this season, that we projected Bulls to be in like 6th place. I wouldn't be surprised if we finished top 5, one spot above what we thought we were going to be.
Yeah, I like it.
So yeah, I think this is sustainable. And plus, you have to remember that we're down 2 players still. If we had Coby and Zach back, Zach Collins, not Zach LaVine, then that Bucks game could have gone a totally different way. Same with the Cavs game last night. So yeah, I fully expect the Bulls to be in the playoffs this year.
Yeah,
probably first round exit, but something to hang our hat on.
Depends who makes it in, right? Scotty B, are the Bulls still a force to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference? Forget about the NBA, because clearly there's way more talented and put together teams in the West. But as far as the Eastern Conference is concerned, what do you think?
Well, your first question was, are they the best team in the East? And the answer is no. The Pistons are the best team by far. Bulls just got lucky they couldn't shoot against the Bulls. They should have beat the shit out of them. But I think they're a high 5-6 seed. I think we got lucky against the 76ers because they couldn't score for 6 straight minutes. And what I've been kind of telling people all year, when we play teams with tall, good big men, we're going to lose. We're going to struggle because we go straight to the basket. Like, how many times did the Bucks get blocks on us? And same with the Cavs. Like, we struggle scoring on big men, like good big men. Embiid clearly isn't a good big man anymore, so we were able to handle the 70. Sorry, he's the reason they lost that game. Is Embiid could not score and did not try. But
Also,
I think we could. I don't see us as making it past. I think we can make it to the second round. I think we can pull someone like the Hawks. The Magic are playing like shit. I think we could shut down the Celtics unless Jaylen Brown's just rubbing his head on everybody and just freaks everybody out. But yeah, Spraylin Brown. I think we're a good team, but I think we'll continue to struggle against good big men, team with good big men. Like, I'm worried about that Spurs game that we might get our ass kicked, like blown out.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
I'm glad because we're gonna visit that at the end of this show because we're gonna revisit it. That's all. Yep.
Yeah, but I think we've done actually I take that back. We have not done a good job shutting down any superstar. Like, Jalen Brunson had 35 on us both games. Maxey had 40.
Giannis had 45.
Giannis had and he scored
45.
He had 20 of them in the fourth quarter. Like, we can't shut anybody down. Yesterday we shut down Donovan Mitchell for a half, and then he went nuts on us. Like, we struggle against actual superstars. We can't keep up with them the whole game. So,
and honestly, Donovan Mitchell kind of shut himself down because his shooting was abysmal. I think at one point he was like 2 for 11, and then they fixed the basket. Did you see that? Like, during the game, there was like a 5-minute break where we're just like, what is going on? But they're fixing the basket. Like, Cruz had the level, like the Home Depot level on top of the frickin' basket, making sure it's level. After that, Bulls couldn't hit a shot, and Donovan Mitchell was just lacing them.
So mid-tier, like 5-6, I think they are. They're not better than the Bucks, the Cavs. I still think the 76ers, if Embiid actually tries, they're better than them. The Bucks are really good this year, and I'm glad they had a bounce back after the shit show they've been. But Doc Rivers will somehow blow that up and ruin it. The Knicks are still really good too, so don't sleep on them.
Oh yeah, no, you got to think like we'll take it back to, because I don't know if we ever covered our first loss after now, mind you, we were handling the Knicks in the first game pretty well, and they made it kind of too close for comfort during the fourth quarter. They brought it back really, really close. I knew that our first loss was going to come at the hands of the Knicks because there's no way that you beat a team like the Knicks at home and then you go to their house and you expect to do the same at their house on a couple days later. It's not going to happen. So I knew that was going to be our first loss. And I'll be honest with you, I was kind of happy that the loss got out of the way because streaks are cool and all. And I said this in one of the shorts I recorded, but I want to see how good a team comes back after a loss. Like, everything is going great when you're winning. Morale is high. Team spirits are at an all-time, sky high, and confidence is through the roof. But I want to see what this team does after a loss. Like, does it come back better? Does it come back and just fire on all cylinders and correct the mistakes they did? Or do they just kind of regress into, oh, shoot, we lost. Now we got to change everything. You know what I mean? And that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of how great the Bulls were playing, that they just said, we have to change everything, because we weren't doing necessarily anything wrong. We just ran into a team that ran right through us, that knew us. You know what I mean? And it happens. The Milwaukee Bucks game, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought we were going to win that one. I didn't think that Giannis was going to have the game that he did. And Dan, you were at that game, and he was just scoring at will. There was no stopping him. And
it was obnoxious.
And I think and to credit Scott, I think it's whenever the Bulls play a dominant, 4-5 team, like your Cleveland Cavaliers, like your Bucks. I mean, Giannis and Miles were just running through us. They're running miles around us. We struggle a little bit more.
I actually I was talking to a Bucks fan during that game, and I was talking about, like, we can't stop Giannis. It's ridiculous. And he's like, we all saw what the Bulls just did to the 76ers, and Giannis isn't one of those guys to let up. He will double tap you. He will make sure you're done. He'll make sure the game's over.
Mhm.
That's what I appreciate about Giannis. Like, you're not going to see that from a lot of players. Like superstars, they're going to be up 20 and then they're just going to like coast. He's not one of those guys.
But you know what? That's the way the game should be played. Like we've said it on this pod whenever we're giving keys to wins. Like the Bulls have kind of a nasty habit, and this season they've done a little better at it. We accumulate a 10, 12, 15-point lead, and then we just let off the gas, and we take riskier shots. We take riskier passes. We don't get back on defense. And what happens? Next thing you know, we're only up by 3, and we're surrendering the lead. And it happened last night against the Cavs. We did exactly that. We accumulated a very good lead. We were up by, I believe 15 was one of our highest. Slowly, you saw that lead chipping away, and then eventually lead was just gone. So if there's one thing I would like the Bulls to improve on in order to my topic, be the better teams in the East, we got to work on just going pedal to the metal, full force. So are we still the best? Are we the best team in the Eastern Conference? I will say, and you can at me, when we are playing cohesive basketball and we're all on the same page and we're not just trying to chip down a deficit or coming out flat-footed, I think we are the best team in the Eastern Conference because we're still missing our best player. We're still missing, second best. I'll put Giddey as our best player. We're still missing Coby. Like, we're still missing Coby. We're still missing Zach. You're still seeing the emergence of some of these players. Stick started the season out not so great, and now he's playing lights out. Like, we're only going to get better. So yes, I think we have the possibility to be the best team in the East this year.
Bold.
Yeah, no, bold. I mean, is it going to happen? No. I mean, we said it before. No one's sitting here saying that I expect the Bulls to be number 1.
It could happen though. I mean, no one thought that the Bulls were going to be first in the East in October, at the start of the season, going into like where we are now, so like Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible.
We could also be like the last year Suns when they went 7-1 and then they ended up like the 12th seed. So anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
And which is wild that, like, did you guys notice that we're 5th in the, obviously I said we're 5th in the East, but of the 5, all of them are coming from the Eastern Conference Central Division, like with the exception of the 76ers.
Yeah. No,
all 4 teams, so is it safe to say we have the best division in basketball?
Division? Yes. I don't know about in basketball, but at least in the East, I think that we have the best division in the East.
I would say best in basketball. I don't know. Like, who would you say was better?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. That's why.
Well, the Thunder, Spurs. I mean, I'm looking at the Western Conference, and it's
Thunder, Spurs, Rockets. I mean, then Mavs.
But the problem is divisions don't matter anymore.
Right.
That's true.
So
right.
Personal pride. Okay.
Honestly, I loved it when it was there to like induce rivalries, and now you're just seeing rivalries between random teams. I mean, like the Bulls. I love that the Bulls are finally starting to like spawn rivalries. Like I'm starting to see a little bit of a Pistons rivalry. I'm starting to see, a New York Knicks rivalry, and definitely that Milwaukee Bucks rivalry is back.
Yeah, that's coming back. When I was at the game, I was pleasantly surprised that we're slowly turning it back into the UC of the North.
Yeah. I mean, I'm loving it. Now, we lost our first we're on our first losing streak right now. We lost two games coming to the hands of the Bucks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, 2 very, very good teams. And I'd say we actually had a fighting chance to win both of those games. None of these games that we've played this season have been really blowouts. I mean, with the exception of the 76ers game that we eventually came back and won, we're handling these teams very good, which is a positive note. But on a negative note, have you guys noticed anything in particular with these last 2 games that maybe we could have done a little bit better, or we're starting to regress into some old habits? Have you guys noticed anything that if we changed it could have been a little differently?
I mean, the only thing I really harp on the Bulls with is turnovers and I guess interior defense. I think our perimeter defense is pretty solid. I also want to apologize to Isaac Okoro because at the start of the season, I did not like him at all. I missed Alonzo, but now, especially after yesterday's game, I forgot that Alonzo was in Cleveland. So I saw Alonzo and I was like, I forgot about him.
We won that trade.
I mean, I didn't forget, but we won that trade. We 100% won that trade.
Easily. Okay.
But
what did you So what would you like? All right, if you're Billy Donovan and you're studying film, what would be your number one thing? Like, let's address this and make sure that this doesn't continue. Like, nip it in the bud. What would you pick?
Some of the wild long passes, like I know that we're a run and gun, post to page kind of team, but like some of them are just like, I don't want to call them lazy, but they're too risky of passes.
It's a good
Where
word.
like
It's
a
good.
where like a team could like pick it off, and the Bucks did a couple times when I was at that game. And then interior defense, like I don't really know how to cut down on the turnovers per se. Like just catch the ball. Like I don't know. But interior defense, I think that'll be improved once Collins comes back.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Scotty B, what do you think is the biggest contributor to these last two losses? Now, I'll throw some stats at you before you answer. Our turnovers per game is 15.7, which is about 16th in the NBA, but our offensive rebounding is 10.3 a game, which is 22nd in the league. What do you think has been the biggest contributor to our demise here?
Really, the last two games struggled to rebound. Vuč had 5 rebounds last game and 6 against the Bucks. He's usually averaging like 10 or 12. Really, I don't think he got too many minutes yesterday for a guy that was struggling. And like, I don't want to put it all on Vuč, but he's a big reason we lost yesterday. He didn't play any interior defense. I also blame Billy because you had Jalen Smith, who was playing out of his mind yesterday, and then you bench him at the end of the game for a guy that was struggling and couldn't hit anything. Like, just keep Jalen Smith in the game. Like, our bench was going wild yesterday. I don't know why he put some of the starters back in. I am glad he benched Buzelis because he was playing like absolute dog. Like, just he was terrible yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So he's starting to play some of the hot players, but I don't care what Vuč thinks. Keep Jalen Smith out there. He was tearing it up. They could not stop him. I don't think he didn't miss a single shot.
Plus
he had
Vuč
11.
is the old man on the team, and it's coming off a back-to-back game. Like, he's going to be gassed.
Yeah, he doesn't play any. Like, people were driving. Donovan Mitchell did it all. Like, the second half, all he did was go at Vuč, and Vuč would just stand there and not put his hand up because he didn't want to get fouls. Like, stop that.
And
But
I see it now that he was perfect. He had, and more, he was perfect despite more shots being 3-point shots than field goals. Like, obviously, I think his 2 shots that he made down low were both dunks. Those are kind of gimmies unless you're Donovan Mitchell. But his other 4 shots were all threes. Like, at the very least, I wouldn't have minded seeing Billy run Vuč and Jalen Smith. If Matas is struggling, throw Jalen Smith in. It's not a shot at Matas. It's just, hey, we're recognizing you're not the hot hand right now. We're going to give Jalen Smith the minutes to give us the best chance to win this game. Maybe not overall, but just this game. You know what I mean?
Do you guys want the plus minus for Vuč and Smith for last night's game?
I know Smith for sure was plus 17.
Yes. Vuč was a minus 23, which is not good.
I think he's getting like back to back. He might be getting gassed.
Yeah.
Really.
I think once Collins comes back, obviously you'll see Vuč's minutes go down, but like I'm hoping like for back-to-back games that you'll see a significant drop for Vuč in back-to-back games.
What I'm really expecting is Jalen Smith not to get in as much, which is not good. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too. But I mean, back-to-back games it can play. Vuč can just rest.
Yeah. But then again, the Cavs were on a back-to-back too, and they played the 76ers, so we really had no excuse. I know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I know that going into the game, I've been doing these like 3 keys to victory, and one of the reasons why, and actually all except one, I've been pretty spot on to the point where it's pretty scary. But I picked us yesterday to lose by less than 10. Lo and behold, we lost by less than 10. But anyway, I put that a big contributor to the reason why we were going to lose was we were coming off a back-to-back, and I feel like this team gave more oomph for that Milwaukee game, and I don't think we could handle a team like the Cavaliers. To my surprise, we actually handled them very well. We just lost control of the goal there towards the back end of the minutes. But I'm with Scott. Like, my biggest fear is once Zach Collins does come back, I feel like, and you can even throw kind of Coby in this category. I feel like Billy is going to be kind of, I don't want to say obligated, but he's going to be just throwing Zach Collins in the lineup and kind of hindering Jalen Smith from touching because we saw it last year. Like every time, it was Vuč and it was Collins, and then Smith like disappeared. I think we had an episode one time where we're like, has anyone seen Jalen Smith? Like, I have not seen him in forever.
He didn't. He was like bench for like 10 games. Like they did not play him.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be hard to figure out what to do when those two come back. And Coby's practicing next week.
Yeah.
Well, was Jalen Smith good last year for us when he was playing?
I mean, he was Jalen Smith. I feel like Jalen Smith this year is playing a little better than Jalen Smith of last year, but even so, it wasn't good enough to be third string center. You know what I mean? Like, here's your answer: run him at power forward. Run him at power forward.
Do a double big man.
Yeah. I mean, I know the Bulls are kind of we're kind of lacking at the big because I mean I don't even want to say we're kind of lacking, but our thing is we run Vuč at center, obviously we run Collins at center, but then we automatically assume that they can't play other positions. I mean, we ran Drummond and Vučević double big, and it worked very well. We have the capability of running. Hey, you know what? It's crucial minutes. We need big guys out there. Smith and Vuč. You know what I mean? Vuč and Collins, like double big. We're 22nd in the league in offensive rebounds. And for those of you who think that that's not a problem, it's a problem. Like, we need to be grabbing more offensive boards. As far as the biggest negative contributor to why we've been losing these games, I said it. We've been coming out of the gates rather flat-footed. That Philly game, before you blink, I mean, it was disastrous. You blinked and we had a 24-point deficit. I know we made a better game out of it yesterday, but yesterday we opened the game missing every shot we took. We started the game off, 9-0 before we even got points on the board. Like, people don't understand, like, that can't happen. You literally have to come out of the gate ready to go from the first whistle. And we didn't do that. That will happen. 82 games in the season, it will happen, but I want to see it happen on a less consistent basis. Another thing, taking the foot off the gas. We have, like I said earlier, 15, 20-point lead. And within moments, it's down to a single-digit lead because we just take advantage of, we're up by 20. We can screw around now. That's not the case. Turnovers, I'll be honest with you, turnovers are going to happen. I mean, when I see that, we're right around average for the team for turnovers, I feel a little bit better. But definitely the offensive rebounding and getting more second chance points on the board is something I'd like to see fixed going forward. So, but here's another bold prediction for you guys. Where, I guess, better way to word this is, do you think that the last 3 games are a sample size of what the season is going to be? Like, do you think that the Bulls, from the Philly game to the Cavs game, do you think that we're starting to show signs of just being that team from last year and not the up-and-coming big thing? It's a loaded question.
Yeah, I don't really know how to answer it because I still feel like we're pretty early in the season. So you're asking if this is the team that we are, like, from the last 3, based off the last 3 games.
Or on the other side of the coin, do you think that after our big 5-0 start that now we're slowly transforming into the team from last year?
I don't think we're the team from last year. I think you're talking post All-Star, right? From last season?
Yeah.
Or just, okay.
Yeah.
I think the dust is starting to settle, on the hot start and everything. I don't think we're just some team that you can just steamroll over like we were pre-All-Star game last season. So I think that what you see from the Bulls now is what they probably will be like for the rest of the season, which is a crafty, competitive team.
Very nice. Scotty B,
you're talking like they've been playing like shit.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I'm not, but okay, I'll let you expound on it.
What I saw is they can keep up with every single top team and beat every single top team in the East, but also they've gone through the gauntlet and played 7 of the 10 top teams in the East, and we're one of those top teams. So there's only 2 teams in the top of the East that we have not played. And we have been in every game or we've beat them. I thought, and then we played the Kings, which, yeah. So
they made a game out of that.
We've played, a combined record of the teams we played is 87-30. And 6 of those losses are for us. So that's impressive. So I think they're playing a lot better than they were last year, and we're going through the gauntlet right now. It's going to calm down. We're going to start playing some worse teams. We're going to start playing, like, I think we might actually see some blowouts, hopefully. Like, the Bulls aren't playing bad. They're They're one of the best shooting teams in the league right now.
This is insane.
They're able to hold a lot of teams. Like, well, just look at yesterday's game. The scoring came from 3 players. The rest of the team sucked. Like, we can hold down, like, when our bench comes in, our bench was ridiculous last night. Like, I don't think you can find a better bench in the league. Like, we're worrying about 2 good players coming back, and we're like, who's going to lose minutes? We're worried about that. That's a good thing to be worried about. Like, I think we're fine. We're fine. So yes, it's a comeback to what we should be, but also who knows what the East is going to be? Who knows with injuries? Who knows with whatever? There's a very big possibility we could win the East. Like you said, we could be the number 1 seed, but who knows? If there's a big injury, like we saw Giddey go down yesterday, we lose Giddey. That's massive.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows what'll happen? But I think if we stay healthy, 4 or 5, I think this is a good place to be, where we've seen a team that can play with anybody. They're not getting blown out, and we're making adjustments. When was the last time we saw Billy actually make adjustments?
Define adjustments. Like, I see him do adjustments every game, but define like adjustments. Are you talking like
they start? Well, perfect example is yesterday.
Okay.
Trey Jones comes in towards the end of the game. What do you start doing? Immediately driving to the basket every time. He stopped trying to take threes. He's like, I can get fouls easily on Mobley. I'm faster than these players. They're going to start reaching for me. I can get fouls. And he started doing that. He got to the line like 16 times or something like that. So it's like
Trey Jones.
Yeah. So it's like, those are the types of adjustments. They're like, let's stop shooting these threes. Let's start driving. Let's start getting to the line. I think in the 4th quarter, there was one point that the Cavs had like 7 fouls on them and we had 0. And it's like, that's the type of adjustment I want to see, is like start going and forcing them to foul you because you are faster. And that's what I'm excited about Coby coming back, is because like Coby is one of the fastest guards in the league. He gets to the basket. He will get fouls. So I don't know what this team is because we're missing our top scorer too. So there's that.
Yeah. That's facts. So my question is, since we're talking about Billy and our standings and how we're different from last year and everything like that, is if we can consistently stay in the top 5 of the East, do you guys think that, and this is way too early to probably predict or anything, but
Coach of the Year?
Do you think Billy should get Coach of the Year?
Man,
we were ninth. We were 9th last season, 39-39. Lost the play-in, just like we always do, and then take that team, and then all of a sudden we're in the top 5 of the East, not even in the play-in.
Yeah, I'm going to say this.
He's a Hall of Fame coach.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that where it is way too early, we haven't even played 10 games yet. I will say that if Billy Donovan continues to play this ratio of, win 6 games and lose 3 games, and we finish the season off at just about, almost 60 wins. And he's, absolutely. I don't think it's so much that he's doing a poor job coaching. I've been more on the side of, I believe that the players weren't really buying into his system. It's kind of like, okay, let me feed it to you like this. You ever be like, I want to make something for dinner, but I don't know what I want for dinner. The end goal is I want to make a good dinner, and you just throw stuff, and sometimes it doesn't really work. I just
want food in general.
Yeah. I think that's more or less what it is. I think he always was a good chef. He just didn't have the ingredients to make that dinner.
I got you.
That makes any sense.
That makes total perfect sense, man.
He is not winning Coach of the Year. 0 chance.
No. He's not winning. Tiago Splitter's winning Coach of the Year.
No, Bickerstaff. It's either Bickerstaff or Mitch Johnson. So Spurs or Pistons coach. Mitch Johnson's the Spurs coach. Yeah. The way the Spurs have been playing, they look scary.
But how much of that is like on Wemby?
A lot. He's the best player. He's literally playing as the best player in the league. Like,
I'm just saying, like, Wemby has such insane raw great talent. Like, you don't really need a coach for that.
Okay,
alien.
So
I'm just saying,
did Phil Jackson deserve to win Coach of the Year? He had Kobe and Michael Jordan. Like,
no.
what kind of thing is this?
Phil Jackson is a shit coach.
You can have a superstar and still not have the best team in the league. Like,
well, don't you
Look
think
at
it's a little
look
bit
at the
more
Bucks the
impressive
last
to,
couple of years. Like they've
but
been
do
a
you
really
think it
good.
would be more impressive to for a team like the Bulls with no star at all compared to the Spurs who have the best player in basketball?
Yeah, but you could also. What about the Pistons then? You have
Yep,
you have
Cade
Cade,
Cunningham.
who's a
Yeah.
we also have an MVP candidate on our team.
I mean, I would
Like,
I would
Josh
call these
Giddey's an
players
MVP.
all-star caliber.
Oh,
I
well,
wouldn't
yeah,
say
yeah,
Yeah,
MVP.
Josh Giddey's an MVP candidate right now.
Yeah, he is.
So
Yeah.
what's the difference? We have Josh Giddey's on pace to become an all-star.
You're right.
What's the
You're
difference?
right. I'm going to say and then actually, while we're here, since we've talked about Wemby, we're just going to segue right into predictions for tomorrow's game, because by the time you guys hear this, it'll be Tuesday, and it'll be cool to see if we're right or not. But San Antonio Spurs, yeah, they are a great team. If you look at that roster, it's a stacked roster of young talent. I mean, Jeremy Sohan, Stephen Castle. I mean, Dylan Harper, I believe, has been hurt a couple games, but they have a great team. But here's the problem. Yeah, the biggest outlier is a majority of their stats and success are coming from a 7'5" walking anomaly. So if at any point he goes down, much like he did last year, which I'm not wishing that on him. I love when players like this have healthy and successful seasons. But if something happens to Wemby, the Spurs are cooked. I don't if unless it's later on in the season, 60, 70 games in, I don't think that the Spurs make the playoffs without Wemby, which is why I reinforce the statement that right now, Victor Wembanyama would be a clear and cut MVP. There's nobody on the earth playing better basketball than this man. He is literally redefining the way that players play the game of basketball. He's 7'5" and moves like a guard. I mean, and he's blocking everything without barely even needing to leave the floor. Like, that's incredible. But if he goes down, do the Spurs have enough gas in the tank to get to the playoffs? Probably not. So I will say that he has a solid chance to win Coach of the Year, but if Wemby goes down, nah, I'm sorry.
They still make the playoffs. Like, they've been playing this whole season without De'Aaron Fox. He just came back.
Yeah,
like, this team is still good, but yes, they're not as good without Wemby, but they still have a really good roster.
Yeah.
Like, Harrison Barnes is playing some of the best basketball his whole career.
Yeah, but look at it like this, though. Like, do you think the Bulls are, I mean, you said the Bulls are 4th and 5th seed team, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if Josh Giddey goes down? Where would you put us?
Well, is Coby back? Yeah, it kind of depends. Is Coby back? Because I think we're going to lose a lot of the rebounding, but I think Trey Jones can do a decent enough job to keep us as a playoff team.
A solid playoff team? Because I
would say we're in play-in range.
Yeah,
okay.
I would say we go from playoff to play-in.
So we drop 5 or 6 spots is what you're saying.
Yes, I would say we're probably around like 8 seed.
Now, throw it
because
on
the bottom of the East is absolutely dog shit too.
Now, throw it on the shoulders of the San Antonio Spurs. If the biggest, baddest player in the league goes down early on in the season, you think that team has enough drive to step up and say, I got you? Like, the reason why this team is having so much success is Wemby's blocking the shit out of everything. He's scoring almost 40 points a game. I mean, I want to see his stats here, but he's scoring 20 a game. You know what I mean? And he's averaging 13 rebounds, 4 blocks a game. This guy is, I mean, do you think that this Spurs team has enough drive that now the West is an incredible conference? Like, if they don't have a dominant center, it's going to be open season on the lane.
What are you talking about? They have Bismack Biyombo.
Hey man, don't talk smack about Bismack, man. That used to be one of my favorite players back on that Charlotte Bobcats team. I know. There was, you know what? While we're here, I'm just gonna say it's a shame that we never got to see Bismack Biyombo in a Bulls jersey. Like, all the years of mediocrity, we had to have some roster spot for him, and we didn't even try. Like, come on, man, it was a good year.
I haven't tried so far.
Yeah, in the end, we ended up with
Sticks.
I don't know. No, before Sticks. Like, I'm talking the mediocrity years. I mean, we're talking like gentlemen.
Well, to answer your question about the Spurs, if Wemby goes down, they're still making the plan. Like, they're still better than the Kings. They're still better than the Jazz. The Clippers are terrible. They may even get Clippers. Hopefully, the team will fold because
I think they have a lot
owners
of
getting sued. Yeah. The Mavericks are a joke of a team, and the Pelicans are better. Actually, the Pelicans, I like what they're finally playing Derek Queen, and they actually look like a decent team. That kid is going to be good.
That was the guy I wanted to draft over Noah Senge.
Yeah.
But
we could have
no.
traded our pick for him and got next year's first overall pick.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I know we haven't seen much of
insane.
Senge, and he's new, but I kind of wanted a player who was ready to go now. Not throwing any shade at Senge, but just
Well, plus
a little
Billy
upset
doesn't
by
play
that.
rookies.
Yeah. Well, and really, there's, like we said earlier, there's no spot on the floor for him right now.
Yeah.
Like, who are you taking minutes away to give to an 18-year-old kid when there's
Dalen Terry.
But even Dalen Terry, as much as we like to
5 minutes
to
a
shit
game,
on him,
maybe.
he still has his role here. Like, he's still good defender. He's a terrible ball handler. He struggles on the ball handling, but he still has his role. I mean, that role is quickly dwindling because, like we said, when Coby comes back, when Zach comes back, I anticipate the first minutes that are going to get cut are Phillips and Terry.
As it should.
I mean, but I'm looking at the West. I'm looking at the West here. Like, the Spurs are number 2. I don't think they're better than the Nuggets without Wemby. I don't think they're better than the Lakers without Wemby. I don't think they're better than the Rockets. They're definitely not better than the Timberwolves. The Trailblazers, they'll end up leveling off. I don't think they're better than the Warriors. The Nuggets are having a good start. I want to see if that continues, but they're probably better than the Suns. The Grizzlies, John Morant's a ticking time bomb if he's even on that team. Who knows about the Kings? Who knows about the Jazz? We already talked about the Clippers, and I do expect the Mavericks to turn it around. I think that a lot of the Mavericks' failure, I'll just say it, is coming from the fact that they're really trying to force Cooper Flagg, and it just hasn't been working yet. I mean, I do think Cooper Flagg's way too talented of a player for them not to figure it out, but I think they just really need to stop forcing the Flagg.
Yeah. Do you see that Flagg was trying to back down CJ McCollum and he couldn't?
Hey, man, like, you know what? Not you guys, but everyone called me crazy when I said I don't want Cooper Flagg. I said on the show and in person, VJ Edgecombe is going to be the best player in that draft. I said it, and people thought it was nuts. Why wouldn't you go after Cooper Flagg? Why wouldn't you get the best available player? Why? One, I think Matas is on equal or better of a player already. Okay.
And Flagg?
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah, agreed.
2, VJ Edgecombe is going to win Rookie of the Year this year, providing he doesn't get hurt. That man is absolutely insane. He's playing like a 5, 6, 7 year superstar already as a rookie. Like, he's putting up my goodness, I can't talk good enough about Edgecombe. And I knew that on draft day because when he walked up to the mic and started talking, I'm like, this guy has the demeanor of somebody who wants to be a superstar in this league.
Do you know why? Because he has his chip on his shoulder, and it's not. He didn't have to go through what's that youth basketball program, AAU. He didn't deal with that dumb shit that ruins players.
Yeah.
You know what this Cooper Flagg, he's not bad, but he's not putting up the stats we want. This proves that it's like the whole talk of the college team could beat an NBA team. Absolutely not.
No.
Cooper Flagg was dominating in college, and he's struggling to score 15.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is also from like the hype of Cooper Flagg and players.
He's going to be good. He's going to be good. Don't sleep on him.
He's going to be good. Like, I'm not trying to like shit on him or anything like that at all. But I do think like a lot of players had his number as he was coming into the league. Like,
yeah,
but you think you're like the next hot shit. No, this is a man's game now. We're not some high schoolers that are just going to let you roll over.
Problem is, unless you're an anomaly like a Victor Wembanyama, very few rookies can come into this league nowadays and assert dominance. Cooper Flagg, he's a 6'9", small forward. Yeah, he's got high athleticism, but it's been done. Like we've had that already. We know how to stop that. You know what I mean? Victor Wembanyama, 7'5", alien who plays like a guard. The league's never seen that before. That's if I was that team, of course I would. 7'5". Bol is a joke. Come on. Bol
can hit threes.
Bol can't even find a team,
lanky.
Man.
Not anymore because he just doesn't care about like. It's the mindset. It's the mindset between Wemby and Bol that sets them apart, I think.
Yes, but like the league had never seen it. Of course, you're naturally going to build your team around that. Like, hey, the league's never seen this before. Let's take this and run with it. But Cooper Flagg, he was just a really, really, really good college player. I'm not saying he's a bad NBA player, but to run an entire offense through him and try to make him the focal point of the team this early on in his career, and maybe they're kind of like, they're jumping the gun a little bit. I mean, like, look at Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is number 1 overall pick, but he was doing stuff that we really didn't see before. And like, he was one of the most athletic guards that we've ever seen. And we took that and we ran with it. And guess what? Teams didn't know how to stop it. So
This
I
Mavs
fully
team
anticipate.
is built like a joke too. Like, if you kind of
Well, I
look
mean,
at it,
they have,
D'Angelo Russell is your starting point guard.
I forgot that he was
29.
well, what happened to
forgot.
Kyrie?
You have Klay Thompson, who can't. Kyrie has an ACL tear, so he's not coming back till like February, March. But
Yeah.
you have Klay Thompson, who can't shoot anymore. You have Anthony Davis, that'll play maybe half the games.
Well, yeah,
You
because he has glass legs.
Yeah. You like, this team is old and not built well. Like, there's not enough around him that like is going to take the pressure off Cooper Flagg. So it's built terribly. And this kind of goes back to, they should have got more for the best player in the league. That's a dude that's averaging 45 points a game. Like,
Yep.
so
That was
Yeah.
wild.
I mean, that's why they still chant fire Nico.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel bad. Like, everyone
I don't
wanted
feel
Cooper
bad for
Flagg,
Nico.
but like we were literally just saying, what good is it having the number 1 draft pick and then you're just going to throw him on a team that can't produce around him? We all knew that Anthony Davis was going to have injury problems. I mean, the Kyrie Irving ACL tear, that hurts, but Klay not being able to shoot, and then it's terrible, but it happens. Those are the factors you got to consider when you're putting a team together.
The one thing I will say that pisses me off about Cooper Flagg is when he said that this is the most, like, he's never lost this much in his career before. It just, shut up. Like, that sounds so entitled. Shut up.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I'll hit this real quick before we move into our predictions, but that's a lot. I love how confident players are nowadays, but I hate when they use it to make themselves sound better than either previous generations or, dude, you barely stepped on an NBA court and you tell me you haven't lost this much before? Yeah, because you haven't been playing at this high of a level before.
Exactly.
We hear it all the time. Like, this player is a winner. He was a high school state champion. He was a college, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, I don't see an entire high school team moving on to be drafted by the NBA. Half those players, half the high school teams, we end up being gas station attendants. Like, we're not professional athletes. Like,
he was a big fish in a couple small ponds, and now he's in the ocean, and he's floundering a bit. Like this, like, it happens, man. Like, welcome to the NBA, Cooper. You lose sometimes, man.
Yes, my goodness, that was the best analogy.
He was a college or a high school sophomore like 3 years ago. So like, he jumped up a class, so he's still young. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
and I think when Kyrie comes back, they'll be better. But yeah.
But
all right, back to the Bulls.
Like I was saying, though,
back to the important things.
All right. Just saying.
Not important.
And I'm not a big believer. Gentlemen, before we leave, I'll probably drop a video on this tomorrow, but I want to hear your guys' predictions. Bulls versus Spurs, so that Tuesday when the Horniacs are waking up and hearing this pod for the first time, are we right or are we wrong? Who wins tomorrow?
I mean, I'm going to say the Spurs are going to win. I don't think we have an answer for Wemby. So, yeah, it's a loss.
Okay.
We are at home, though. We are at home, and we've won every single home game this season.
Don't jinx it. Are you at home tomorrow?
Knock on wood. Am I at home tomorrow?
Yeah, are you home tomorrow? I just want to know, if we're down 15, you need to have access to your bed, because every time you fall asleep during the game,
I'll be
we've
home
won.
tomorrow. I mean, I'll be at work from 5:30 in the morning to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
But after that, I'll be home.
Yeah,
I'll be home.
Stay close to the scoreboard. If we're down 15, just maybe just do what you want, but just
dude,
take
I was trying so hard to take a nap at the Bucks game.
For those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, we have this ongoing joke that, like, we mentioned it last episode, like, we could tell exactly during the game when Dan falls asleep because we're all bombarding each other with text messages, and then all of a sudden Dan just disappears. We're like, oh, Dan went to bed. And that's usually when either the Bulls come back and make it like an incredible game, or he misses, like Dan fell asleep during the Josh Giddey half court shot. Dan fell asleep during the Philadelphia game. Like
I miss
every
such
time he
clutch
falls
plays.
asleep, it's like the team turns around and like turns it on. Like, is he sleeping? All right, good. Let's play now.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
Scotty B, who do you think's winning tomorrow?
I think we can beat the Spurs.
Okay.
Really?
Split so far.
Yeah, I think we could beat the Spurs. Like, I'm not afraid of any team. It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a close game. But
yeah,
I think what's going to happen is because De'Aaron Fox is back, they're going to try to run the ball through him a lot more. And I kind of feel like there's a possibility of him getting slowed down a bit.
Yeah.
But there's also a possibility of Sticks getting on the floor more. And I think he's a pretty decent defender and pretty good rim protector. What I'm worried about is we drive a lot and Wemby can block you from the 3-point line. So we'll see what happens, but we got some pretty crafty drivers. And if Josh Giddey's ankle is feeling decent, I think we'll be okay. If he's still injured, no, we're going to get blown out.
Solid prediction. So my gut is telling me to go with San Antonio. It's telling me that they're the clear and cut winners just because they're built different. But I think, like Scott said, I think we can beat the Spurs. But in order to win, hey, I'll give you my 3 keys right now. Number 1, you have to lock down on Wemby. We're going to have to change our strategy because the Bulls, when our shot isn't falling, we do a pretty good job of crashing the paint and driving the lane. We're probably not going to be able to do that against the Spurs because Wemby. So we better move the ball well and hit either some good outside shots or we better have our mid-range game and our 3-point game on point. Passing is going to be an issue too. Like, that guy's got an incredible wingspan. We're probably not going to be able to take sillier passes. Like, this is another one of those fast-paced teams and younger teams that we cannot afford to be careless with the basketball. So I honestly think that we do have the discipline to come out of the gates a little stronger. We are at home and we are coming on a 2-game losing streak here. And I know we're just desperate to get back into the win column. So I'm going to say we win. I'm going to say we win in overtime. I'm gonna do another prediction. I'm gonna say we're winning in overtime.
Stupid. No overtime games. I hate overtime.
I only said it once. It
doesn't matter. I'm gonna be asleep anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're gonna watch it 2:30 the next day.
Yeah.
So there we go. We got a loss from Dan, a win from me and Scott, and an overtime. So look at that. 3 relatively different outcomes. I like it. Well, gentlemen, here we are at the end of the show, waiting to play perhaps my favorite game, the history of this podcast. That is Scottagory. Scott not only prepared a great Scottagory for us today, he also has an incredible navy blue quarter zip on and is sporting a really good head of combed hair. He came ready to play Scottagory. What do you got under there? You don't need to flash
it is a baseball tee. It's for Dark Horse Brewing in Michigan. If you haven't been, it's great.
Lovely. Well, Scotty B, you've obviously visually prepared yourself for Scottagories. What do you got for Scottagories today?
So the first one I have is since 2001 season, that includes this season, I've done the top 20 list of Bulls assists per game.
Ooh.
Can you guys name them?
Like the highest assists per game?
Yeah. That includes this season. Like in a season, like how many did they get?
All right.
We have to
there
say
is
how many
individual players.
Individual players. There's
so
2
top
current
20 assists per games.
Yeah.
Since 20. Okay.
So for one season, like what did they get?
Who
that
won
makes
last
sense.
time, me. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get the obvious one out of the way. Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey is on here twice. This season, he is averaging 9.3 per game. He is on pace currently for 763. By the way, that is not the Bulls record. That is second all time.
Wow.
The Bulls record
built different.
is 908. That was set in 1966. The guy averaged his name was Guy Rogers. He averaged 11.2 assists a game. So there's a possibility that Josh Giddey could pass it.
Yeah.
1966.
He's at 2 right now?
He's at 9.3. Guy Rogers was averaging 11.2. So
Lovely.
Yeah. So Josh Giddey's on here twice. He did it last year. He averaged 7.2.
What do you got, Dan?
Okay. I'm going to say Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose is on here 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
The obvious ones.
Yeah. Derrick Rose, 2nd, 3rd, 9th, and 13th. So 11-12 season, 7.9, 10-11, 7.7. Let's see, 08-09, 6.3, and 09-10, 6.
I have one ace in the hole, but I'm not going to use him yet. But I'm going to say Captain Kirk.
Yeah,
Captain
my next
Kirk
safe one.
is on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 03, 6.8. 04, 05, 6.4. 05, 6, 6.3. 06, 7, 6.3. 7, 8, 6. So basically, he averaged 6.3 every year.
He's just a bad man.
So this is just who led the Bulls in assists per year, right?
Like who
Highest
had the most
assists per
highest
game.
assists per game?
Yeah. I felt like I feel like Jimmy doesn't pass.
It's funny because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, there's no way that guy passes.
Right?
But he's
Like,
probably-
I was just like,
He's probably on there, but there's no way
fuck
he
it.
passes.
Fuck it. Jimmy. Is Jimmy there?
Jimmy is on here once. That was 5.5 in 16-17.
Okay.
There's two really good names that I want to say, but it's not worth losing this for.
Just say one of them. If you have two, just say one. Sato.
No. Damn no.
Mike James.
Okay, here's the thing. We all remember 2010 and 2011 2011, 2012 Derrick Rose was hurt. So who was behind him off the bench? CJ Watson. So I want to say CJ Watson.
CJ Watson is not on this list.
Damn it. Okay.
By the way, this is the top 20.
Yeah. CJ passed the damn ball.
I'm going to go with a crazy guess. Pau
Gasol is not on this list.
Yes. Okay.
The passing big man.
Nah, let's just go for the win.
Tony Snell.
Is my boy Jay Crossover on this list?
He is not on this list.
Damn. Okay.
I didn't think so.
Jamal, pass the ball more. And retweet me. That's an inside joke.
Luol Deng.
Yeah.
Luol Deng is not on this list.
Are you kidding me?
Luol didn't
Okay.
pass a lot. He was a finisher.
Joakim Noah. Next.
Joakim
category.
Noah is on this list.
Yeah.
I've 5.4 assists in 13-14.
Was that his MVP year or contending year?
Can you tell me if
think so.
Jay Williams is on on that list?
He is not.
Okay. That was going to be one of the people.
Hey, Dan?
Yeah.
No, I already won.
You guys missed number 6 on the list was Rajon Rondo in 16-17.
I always forget that Rondo was on the team.
He had 6.7. Chris Dunn.
Dwayne Wade.
Chris Dunn is on here twice. He had 6 assists a game in
Gotcha.
17-18 and 18-19. Egg Anthony in 2001, 2002, he had 5.6.
GA.
Dan, you said this guy earlier, Satoransky.
Yeah.
Sato, really?
Oh, Sato was on the
5.4 in 1920. Ray Jones this year is averaging 5.4, same as Sato. And DeMar averaged 5.3 in 23 and 24.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
a lot of surprising names on that
I knew
list.
that Zach wasn't going to be on that list.
I'm just when you said Sato, I was like, please say it. Please say it. I was so excited. All right.
All right. Category number 2.
All right. This one is currently right now, there's, I think, 3 Bulls that are averaging over 50% shooting. But I put a list together of they had to play the whole season. This season does not count. Of the players since 05, there's 14 of them that have shot over 50% for the season.
Since 05.
Yes. There are
Get the obvious
14.
ones out of the way.
There are 12 players.
12 players.
Yeah, there's a couple.
That's
There's a couple
not-
doubles.
You said that's not including players this year, though, right?
This year is not on the list. So
Okay.
from 05 to last year, basically, players that have shot over 50% for the season. They've played a minimum of
Shit.
42 games. How about that?
That's okay. That's good because I'm like Cameron Bairstow comes in, takes one
Yeah.
shot, and okay. Vooch takes too many shots. Jalen Smith takes. Zach Collins didn't play more than 42 games with us. Joe took too many shots. Joakim Noah.
Joakim Noah is on this list once. In 11-12, he shot
That checks out, though. Joe wasn't.
50.8% from the field.
Barely there.
Gosh, yeah. I'm going to say Pau Gasol.
Good guess.
Pau Gasol is not on this list.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
So
Since 04, 05.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is just a
surprised
very
about-
bold.
I'm really surprised about Pau.
that's crazy that Pau's
that is
on
crazy.
there.
Ben Wallace.
I don't believe it.
Ben Wallace is not on this list.
Okay. Welcome back, Dan. So before you go Googling it, like I see you clacking away over there.
Fucking way.
I see you clacking away.
Carlos Boozer?
That's a good guess.
By the way, Pau Gasol, 46.9. No! Carlos Boozer is on this list twice.
Nicely done.
Okay.
In 11-12, he shot 53%. And in 10-11, he shot 51%.
Nicely done. Dan wins.
How the heck
No,
is Joakim Noah on this list once, but Pau, you couldn't get there at all?
Oh wait, so I have to prove it now? Okay.
No, Dan won, right?
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say I got it wrong and Dan got it right.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
you said
well, that
Noah
was a
last
gimme.
time, didn't
Thank
you?
No, then I did. Then I said Ben Wallace.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
said Ben
So Dan
Wallace.
won. Okay. Robin Lopez, he had the highest with, he almost 57% from the field. Thaddeus Young, 56%. Thaddeus killed it. Robin
yeah, he
Lopez,
was good when he was-
53% in 17-18, which is on here twice. Last year, he shot
I wanted to say
53%.
I wanted,
And 22-23, he shot 52. Well, Deng is on here once,
That was gonna be
51%.
my next guess.
Zach LaVine is on here twice. He shot
Really?
51.1% in last year. And then 2021, he shot 50.7. DeMar is on here twice. He shot 50.4 2 years in a row, which is kind of funny. Exact same shooting percentage.
That's wild.
He's
Mars
just that good
DeMar.
of a player.
Iodu Sumu shot 50.1% in 23-24.
That was literally going to be. Oh, I would have never thought of that. So
Yeah.
Can you guys tell me who's shooting above 50% on the team right now?
right now, Trey Jones,
Trey Jones is not shooting above 50%.
then Io Dosunmu.
Iodu Sumu is.
Io.
Yeah. And then
Is Vuce?
Vooch
Vooch
is. And the other one is
Jalen
Sticks.
Smith.
Stick.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jalen
Sticks.
Smith. Yep.
Yep. When I first made this, there was like 7 players shooting above 50%.
And then we played the Cavs.
Yeah. That was actually
Very
before
good.
the Bucks game, maybe.
Probably because we were missing a lot of shots. We missed a lot of shots.
Okay. This is the whole NBA because there's 2 Bulls on this list. There are 18 players averaging above 9 rebounds a game. This is
Right now.
By the way, this is because Dan sent us a picture of it. Do you remember the picture, Dan?
No.
Well, you sent a picture. You sent an image of like a graphic of the rebound leaders in the league, and there was 2 Bulls
Yeah,
on
because
it.
Vuce was on there. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. I know who the 2 Bulls are.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, Dan won. So you said Vooch. All right, Sal.
Obviously, Wemby.
He's not on the list.
Hold on.
Damn.
Wemby's
hold on
averaging.
a second.
Wemby is on
He's
this.
second in the.
He's actually
He's averaging
third.
14.
He's averaging 12.9. I pulled it
Yeah,
this morning.
14 rebounds.
So he's third actually.
All right.
Vooch is 9th with 10.6.
Okay.
How updated is this?
I pulled it this morning.
Okay. Oh yeah, you just said that. Joker?
He is second on the list with 13.
I refuse to say. Okay.
It's Turner.
Miles Turner is not on this list.
Dead gummit, dude. Is Dan going to win?
Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey is on this list. He is 59.6.
I thought you said above 10 points.
9.
No,
Oh, I thought you said above 9 rebounds.
All right,
Okay.
Sal, here's your rebuttal. Yeah, right? No, you lost. Sal
No,
lost.
you won.
yeah, Sal lost.
There's a teammate of Miles Turner on this list.
Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah. So first, Sabonis, he's averaging 14.2 rebounds a game. He needs to get traded off that team because
Yeah.
I feel
come
bad
on,
for him.
Kings. What are you doing?
Yeah. Same.
Giannis is 4th with 12.9. Cat is 5th with 12.8. Hartenstein, 11.7. Jalen Duren, that kid is good. He's gonna be a monster in this league. He's averaging 11.3. Walker Kessler on the terrible Utah Jazz is 10.8.
He just got
Zubac
hurt, man.
Zubac on the Clippers, 10.4. Anthony Davis,
Yeah.
even though he's only played 5 games, he's averaging 10.2. Luka's
also
averaging 10 along with his 45 points a game.
37.
Whatever. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how he's playing. Sangoon is averaging 9.8. That's the guy I thought you guys would say. Like, I would have immediately said him or Sabonis.
Şengün.
Yeah, that kid, he's really good. Rudy Gobert is averaging 9.7, Giddey 9.6. Mark Williams is 9.6. Banchero is 9.4, and Steve Adams is 9.3.
No Chet?
Nope. That's Hartenstein's getting all those rebounds.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Chet's just chilling, smoking
my
weed.
pediatrician used to babysit Chet Holmgren. Not mine. I'm 36 years old. I don't need a pediatrician. My son's pediatrician used to babysit Chet Holmgren.
Not mine.
Yeah.
She played it off too. She's like, some guy, and he went on to play in the NBA. What was his name? I'm like, I don't know. It's like Chet Holmgren or something like that. You babysat an NBA champion, and like you made it sound like you don't even know who the guy is. Like, all right.
Well, congratulations, Dan.
Dan Gracie won a category. I love it.
Yeah.
Do we have time for the fun one?
Yeah, I think so. The trick is not to have any chance for Dan to say Steve Nash, and then he wins.
I forgot to say Steve Nash. Steve Nash is probably on one of those lists.
We got to have like the category. There have been 20 Steves to have played in the NBA. Can you name all of the Steves?
That's a good one.
That's actually not
Steve
bad.
Nash.
Yeah.
All right. I'm doing a little bit different than the normal of whatever list of whatever thing I find on like ranker.com. I pulled the 2010, 2011 Bulls roster. Can you guys name them?
Easy.
Fuck off.
Easily. Derrick Rose.
2011.
Yeah.
Luol Deng.
Derrick
Jimmy Butler.
Yep.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler was not on this team.
Hey, it was.
On the 2010, 2011, Jimmy Butler was not on the team. There was a different Butler.
Yeah. Rasul Butler.
Rasul Butler was
Yeah.
on this team.
Did we draft him then?
We might have drafted him 2010, 2011.
Following season?
Sal,
'Cause I'm just like,
who
he
was the
played-
second player you said?
What
You
was
said
the second
Derrick
one? I said
Rose.
Joakim Noah. Joakim Noah. He for sure was on
Yeah,
that team.
Joakim Noah was on the team.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my God.
Okay, so you got Rose,
Luol
Noah.
Deng,
Luol Deng is on this list, on the team.
Keith Bogans.
Keith Bogans is on the team.
Boozer,
Boozer, yep.
Ronnie Brewer.
Ronnie Brewer was
Ronnie
there.
Brewer, yeah.
Kyle
Omer
Korver.
Sheik.
Sheik was there, and Kyle Korver were there.
I'm going to
Was
say
CJ?
CJ.
Was
yeah.
it CJ or DJ?
No, CJ
He
was
was
there.
there at that
Watson.
time. CJ was there at the time.
Who was our good center? Like our
No, you're missing.
is there?
Kurt
yeah, I think
Thomas
he
is
was.
on the team. Yeah,
Big sexy.
yeah.
Big
Shot
sexy.
100% from 3 that year.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
Suck it, Curry.
You have 4 players left.
4 players.
You said
Who's
Keith
the-
Bogdan?
Taj Mahal.
Taj
yeah,
Gibson was on
Taj.
that team. Yep.
Did we have JJ or was he already gone?
Who?
James Johnson.
He is on the team. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 more.
Was it
Is it Scott's
Tony-
boy or Dan's boy?
is it Tony Snell?
Tony Snell's on the team.
Was he there? He wasn't there yet?
Was JL3 there?
JL3.
Oh, okay. See, I blacked that guy.
You
out.
have, there's
I
one
was.
player left that you have. He is a
Cameron Bairstow.
no. He is a fan favorite.
Blah 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 blah. Oh my God, the White Mamba.
Scalabrini.
Brian
Yeah,
Scalabrine.
I kept
Congratulations,
wanting to
you
say
guys.
Sabonis.
You guys nailed that.
Yeah, that was fast. Yeah, that was good. That was a good one because we're on a time crunch here. But gentlemen,
Yeah. I was gonna say I picked the
Yeah.
team because it was like that was the last time we were like
This good.
looked scary good.
should
It
do
was
that
all-
from that.
it's the Turkish Hammer. He was bringing it.
And then look what happened. He
Yes.
went to Houston and he did okay. I think he was their starting center for a while. But anyway, gentlemen, this rather interesting episode is now drawing to its conclusion. What do you guys have for everyone before we go home? Or we're already home, but before we close.
Yeah, I went to the Bucks game a couple days ago.
I'm sorry, you went to whose game?
The Milwaukee Bucks.
You went to a Bulls game the other day in Milwaukee.
You went to a Bulls game.
I
and
went.
they
I
were
went to
playing
a Bulls game
Milwaukee?
in Milwaukee,
Jeez.
and
See
I gotta
red, but
say-
bleed green.
there was a lot of green there, and it was obnoxious. I have come to the conclusion that Bucks fans aren't real fans, if that makes sense. Like you know how we give shit to like the Miami Heat fans because they don't show up until like the second half of the game and everything. These Bucks fans, like anytime I went to sit down, I just had to get back up because someone was leaving to get either a beer or a hot dog or go to the
Yeah.
bathroom. It was like, just stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand
Yeah.
up, sit down. And then there's always someone standing up in my way. And
Yep.
then there was also the row in front of us. They didn't show up until like half the row didn't show up till like 7 minutes into the third, and the rest didn't show up till like the fourth quarter. And it was like, what are you even doing here?
Does your dad still have the same seats?
But yeah, overall, they're in the same section, but just on the other side of the stadium.
Yeah. Phenomenal seats, but like you're right. Every time when me and
seats.
Susan went, everyone had to go, like during the game, people are leaving and walking back and forth. It's like, sit down. Like the game is on.
It is so obnoxious. It is so obnoxious. Like it got to the point where I was like starting to yell, like, can you sit down? Because some of us are trying to, watch the game that's on the court right now. The whole reason why we're having this event.
Yes. We're not just sitting and drinking beer, but
eating cheese curds, people. Like, the fuck.
You're in two nicest seats for the real fans. That's the problem. Like you go up,
I know.
You go up, you'll get some real fans.
I know. We're in like the business corporate section.
Yeah, you have the people that are just going there for they get tickets from their whatever, like their work or something.
I'll be honest with you, the best seats to go watch a game, if you're looking to watch the game as an experience, 200 level of the Bulls Stadium of United Center is perfect. Because nobody blocks your vision. Every time, like I pay $300-400 a ticket. So if I'm taking my family of 3, it's like $1,000. I'm going to a game. Half of that game is spent standing up, letting people go by, or watching everybody in front of me walk by. I hate it. I wish there was a rule like, hey, during live play, you can't move. Like, sorry, like unless you're peeing yourself, you can't get out. Yeah,
I mean, you can get up during like timeouts, dead ball, halftime, standard stuff. But like, y'all keep moving constantly. Like, oh my god, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
And shout out to not shout out to the woman standing behind me. You were wearing way too much perfume. You were like 3 seats down behind me, and I smelled you on the way home. Like, man, come on.
You get home and the wife's like, what's this?
I told her, but while it was happening, I was like, my nose is stinging because this woman's perfume 3 seats down from me, behind me, is smelling up this whole area. It's obnoxious.
Dude, I don't know what it is. Just that's it. Have a nice day. Like between the scented hand lotion, between like now I'm not throwing shade at women. Like I'm not objectifying them because they take time to get ready. But come on, like some of you guys take it easy.
And guys do it too.
Guys do it too.
Tend to way too much cologne. Like all you need is 1 to 2 spurts. Put it on your wrist, fucking rub it, and there you go. You're done. You don't need to bathe in it. Come on.
While you're mentioning that, somebody told me a term the other day, and I love it. Somebody told me what a truck stop shower was.
Yeah, it's just a spray of Axe. Yeah.
I'm going to use that.
Just douse yourself an Axe and speed stick.
And we're like,
the game was fun overall, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun game overall. Also, to the Bucks fan that said, take your shit back to Chicago, fuck you, sir. Fuck you, sir. I left the stadium with my head held high because I was very proud of our team and the progress that we've made within each season and everything. We held our own. So, like, don't be a sore winner, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So, other than that, good game.
So I had a similar experience when I went to, actually it happened twice in one game, the seats that your dad sold me. The first time we were counting with Giannis, because as you know, Giannis takes a game and a half to shoot a free throw.
Yeah.
So we're counting 1, 2, 3. And somebody's like, oh, at least we know the Bulls fans can count. I turn around and I look at this lady. I'm like, yeah, we know how to count to 6. How high can you count?
For real. Really? Like, y'all talk so much shit because you have one ring, one good player, and he's not even guaranteed to stay there.
Yeah.
So,
and then
say about the Bucks.
Then the other reaction was, so the game was over. We were huddled. We're in like that hallway. We're waiting for some friends of ours that were also at the game to stop by. And as they're walking by, I had one Bucks guy like genuinely look at me. He's like, hey man, good game, good shot. And I was like, gonna go give him a high five too. And he's like, psych, get that shit out of here. And I'm like, all right, bro, like keep it classy. Like, I can honestly say every time I've been to a game, we're not like, I haven't seen it, at least. I don't see fans of the opposing team getting like shit on. You know what I mean? Like, come on, keep it classy.
Yeah.
Scotty B, what do you got before we go?
Well, first, Bucks have 2 championships. They
oh, that's right.
when they had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson.
Yeah.
That team was ridiculous. And like 71, they won it. but I'm going to be on a podcast. Actually, I'm recording tonight. So
Yeah.
podcast called Wait, You Haven't Seen This. It's Travis. We had him on.
Travis, yeah.
Travis, yeah, who the Pistons fans we had on recently. So I'm going to be on his podcast. We're going to be talking about the Batman, the Robert Pattinson one, which I'm going to tell you right now, it's my favorite Batman. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good. It's my favorite Batman. I love it.
It's my favorite Batman as well.
Yeah. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but we're recording it tonight, so I'm super excited about that. And
Are you watching The Penguin?
I have not started watching it. I will.
All right, good. You need to.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
Be sure to give a link out so people can tune in and support you.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get Dan on there.
There you go.
So
I haven't
talk
seen
about
Batman, so.
Oh, you
Dude,
need to
I
see
need to
the
stay
Batman.
awake for that movie.
It's so good.
It's
my
hard
God.
to watch movies.
The
It's
Batman
so
is a great
good.
movie.
Because the only time I can watch movies is at work, and if we get interrupted, like it's hard to get back into it because we're so wound up, But
Yeah.
it's hard to watch movies because unless they're on Netflix. Okay, let's say you make a suggestion like, "Hey, you should watch Batman." I'm like, I will do that tonight. I'll go on Netflix and find it, and it's not there. I'll check all the streaming services.
It's on
not
HBO.
there. But if I want to watch it,
It's on.
I don't have HBO. But if I want to watch it, I got to spend $6 to rent it.
Yeah,
that
it's
just kinda takes
worth
a
it.
little
It's so good.
I believe
You want
it.
to know what's crazy? No one is streaming Small Soldiers.
I love that movie. No,
No, not Toy Story.
Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers.
Well, I know which one you're
Yeah.
No
talking
one
about.
has
Yeah.
it.
The one with Tommy
Yeah.
Lee Jones and
Yeah,
Tommy Lee
The
Jones. was
Gorgonons and the
Yeah, yeah.
Commandos or whatever.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
That's a great movie. No one's streaming it. I gotta rent that if I want to watch it.
Well, with that
Yeah,
being
that's
said,
it,
the only
bullshit.
thing I have is please, Bulls fans, keep your head up. We've lost 2 games. We've lost 3 games, but we'll be fine. It's a
got so
long
much more of the
season.
season.
So we'll be fine. Like we are also reiterating, this is a team that last year, at the beginning of the season this year, we were projecting to be the 6th seed, and we're sitting at 5th. Like we're fine. I know everyone wants to
Good.
be on streaks and win games and yada yada yada. Just get in the playoffs, man. And at the end of it, can you tell me what the record was for any of the Bulls championships? You just know some of 172 win, and nobody knows the rest. You know why? Because they won the championship. No one cares. Just get in the playoffs where it matters. With that being said, please do follow us on all our socials. I've updated our link tree. Go and click on that to check us out. Been posting keys to the games lately, so be on the lookout for those. We've been posting a lot of clips from our show. Please continue to like, comment, and all those, and then show us our love. With all that being said, encourage our Bulls fans and our Horniacs to see red, go Bulls, and let's beat the Spurs. What do you say? Good night, everybody.